KHOU 11 was the first station to report on the mail problems across the Houston area. Months later, we're making sure you have the latest updates on the efforts to make sure this doesn't happen again. Today, congressional leaders Al Green and Sylvia Garcia gave us an update. Jalissa Garza joins us live with more on that. Jalissa.
Yeah, Ron, in February, Congressman Al Green, Pete Sessions, and Congresswoman Sylvia Garcia's staff toured the Missouri City facility. That's one of the distribution sites where a lot of Houstonians' mail was stuck. After that tour, the leaders met with USPS to discuss the problems and how they were being fixed. But now Congressman Al Green is calling for more transparency, or else he wants changes made to how the Postal Service communicates.
It wasn't just about letters, it was about packages, it was about medicine, it was about bills that were being paid.
Congressman Al Green listing some of the items Houstonians say were stuck at either the Missouri City distribution facility or North Houston. And while Green says his office is now getting fewer calls when it comes to mail delays, there's still concerns.
We have to have some degree of concern for the election that will take place in November, which will be much larger in terms of the volume of mail associated with it.
In February, Congressman Al Green and Congresswoman Sylvia Garcia sent a letter to the Postal Service asking for them to engage with Houstonians to get some answers.
I thought it would be, and Congresswoman Garcia agreed, appropriate to have a town hall meeting and let USPS hear from the masses of people who have these concerns.
The Postal Service replied acknowledging the problems, but declined to having a public meeting with Houstonians.
They've said no to a town meeting. They've said no to having somebody on site who's going to provide information, but they have said that they'll let the press come in. So I'm anxious to see if they'll honor that request.
Congressman Green says if communication efforts don't improve, he'll take steps to call for change on how the Postal Service speaks with the public.
And then we have to consider whether we're going to ask Congress to have an official hearing, a congressional hearing, or whether we should ask them to rearrange their communications department, restructure the communications department so that they can better communicate with the public by way of the press.
Congressman Green notes this response from USPS came from their D.C. office, not Houston, but USPS did agree to allow news crews inside those facilities, something they didn't agree to before. Live in Houston, Jalissa Garza, KHOU 11 News.